everybody. My name is Ling Chan, and I am the official English voice actress for Bailu in Honkai Star Rail.
Give him this medicine and make him lie down! I mean, make them lie down!
Hello, thank you
Hi.
so much for taking the time to talk with us. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me.
Yes, we know you probably have a busy schedule, so
No, I mean, always make time for Kakuchopurei. Is that how
Yeah.
you pronounce it?
Yes.
Kakuchopurei, because you guys have always been very supportive of my career. So I'm really happy to do this interview.
yes, we're actually big fans.
Oh, I'm big
Fine.
fans of you all too. So.
It's hard to not fangirl and also at the same time be professional, like
Oh my goodness. Oh man, let me think. So No Straight Roads was released in 2020, 2021, and 2022 was spent pursuing remote work. To be honest, when No Straight Roads actually came out, I wasn't really sure what I was gonna do because primarily when I booked and I did No Straight Roads, I was working exclusively in the Malaysian market. I would go into studio. I didn't have my own home studio and all this kind of thing. And then, well, you know what happened in 2020? The pandemic hit and all the studios were closed and all that kind of stuff. I set up my own home studio and then I started trying to pursue jobs online. In 2 very short years, I've been, I guess, very successful. I guess depends on how you take a look at it. Some highlights were obviously booking Honkai Star Rail, being in more video games, being in my first anime in English. I've dubbed anime in Malay before. Very interesting. So when I first got the audition sites and I read them, the first thing that came to mind is, are you familiar with the Batman universe?
Sort of.
Okay, so I'm pretty much a big Batman universe fan. I really like what they call the Bat family. So I really like the Robins. I think the Robins are a lot more interesting than the old man himself because they're funny. I love Dick Grayson, Jason Todd, Tim Drake, and Damian Wayne. So when I first read the auditions, I was thinking, oh my goodness, this little gremlin child is Damian Wayne. It just in my head, I was like, she is like Damian Wayne. First of all, she's very she's young, but she has an old soul. I mean, because she's a doctor.
Yeah.
And she's been doing it for a while. And despite appearances, she's actually much older than she looks. And she doesn't have parents. I mean, the Vidyadhara are long life and they get reborn and be hatched. And so they don't have parents. So I was like, this is kind of like Damian Wayne. Damian Wayne talks in full sentences. He's really snarky. So when I tried to create this voice and character in my head, all I could think about was, this is like a female, cuter version of Damian Wayne. So that was my biggest inspiration for Bailu, is really Damian Wayne.
That's really funny when you call her a little gremlin, because that's exactly what I thought when I met her in game. I was like, oh my god, she is such a gremlin. I know how that feels. Yes, I think gremlin is the perfect word.
Yeah. So, and the other thing is that, I know, there's a couple of the other kids, Clara is just so sweet.
Yes.
And you just want to protect her. And Hook is just sassy, but at the same time, she's still a child.
Yep.
Bailu is very different. I mean, the way I approach her and the way that we think about it, with me and the director, his name is Phil Bach, we try to ground her, because at the end of the day, unlike the other 2 kids, she is actually someone in a level of power. She's a doctor.
Yeah.
People do kind of listen to her. and people do come to her for advice. So there's also this balance that we have to create. Like, she can be cute, but she can't be too cute that you're not gonna take her seriously. So I think therein, like, going back to Damian Wayne, like, Damian Wayne is also another gremlin, and he's despite him being 10 years old, which is the same age as Bailu is when you first get introduced to Damian Wayne, he's very competent at killing people by then. I mean, he was raised by a bunch of assassins, and so he's very good at sword fighting in general, even though he's a small child. So even though he sounds like a child, people take him seriously all the time. So it's almost the same parallel.
Yes. She like she commands this sort of authority even when she speaks, even though she's a kid, right? She's like, yes, I'm a little gremlin, but also, you have to listen to me because, she like knows her stuff when she speaks, right?
Yeah, exactly. But at the same time, she's still a child. So we need to make her sound cute and childlike in a way without her sounding like too jaded and too much of an adult. So it's very nice to bring that balance.
So
and
like not too mature, but just
just mature enough that you would listen to her, and cute enough that you find her endearing.
That is honestly, I think you nailed it.
I love the fact that she likes to eat.
That's a very Malaysian trait.
Exactly, I swear to God, Bailu is Malaysian.
Yeah. She's actually Malaysian because what are we without our food, honestly?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I think when you book a role as big as this, there's always all sorts of degrees of luck. Luck in getting the audition in the first place, luck in getting your audition heard, all that kind of thing. So, it's just really being lucky, like, right moment, right time, everything.
Everything just lined up.
Yeah, pretty much. Everything just lined up and stuff like that.
Okay, okay.
And it was funny because I nearly almost didn't do the auditions.
Oh.
Because when I got them, I was in, where was I? I was in Phuket. I was actually holidaying in Phuket with my sister, because we all spend our time abroad and stuff like that. Like, I spend half my time in the US, and she spends her time in Ireland. So we came back that year to meet up with the family, and we were in Phuket. We were in Phuket holiday, and I remember the last day I was gonna fly back, so I wouldn't have enough time to do the auditions. And so I remember asking for an extension, and I was granted a couple of hours, and I was like, okay, that's enough. So as soon as I got back, I switched on my computer and my travel setup, and I was like, okay, here you go. Here's my audition. Just like an hour before it closed.
So stars were definitely aligning for you.
Yeah. Oh. So I remember reading the email at like 2 in the morning, because it was like 11 a.m. LA time. And then don't ask me what I was up at 2 in the morning. I tend to sleep at around 1 or 12. So I think I woke up to go to the toilet, and I was just checking my email, and I was like, hey, wait a minute, what's this? And then I opened the email, and I remember I was screaming in my bed, and then I couldn't go back to sleep. I didn't sleep the whole night because I was so excited. I was like, oh my goodness, I am in Honkai. I was like, and then I started going down this rabbit hole of trying to research as much as I can about Honkai. Honkai Impact, Honkai Star Rail. I did my initial research when I did the auditions, but then now that I booked it, I was like, I gotta do even more research. So I remember I was just screaming in my bed and just not going back to sleep.
Yeah, I don't think I would sleep for days, honestly.
I was like way too excited. I was like, oh my goodness. Oh, I was like, is that me? Like, I mean, I know my own voice, so I'm like, I know it's me, but it sounds so nice to hear it like edited and in the scene and acting with the other characters. Like,
Yeah.
the March 7th scene and her, where March 7th asked like, oh, do you have any parents? Like,
Yes.
and she's just like, do you have a mom? And then she's like, I don't have a mom. I love
Yes.
it. I was like, oh my god, it's so funny.
Where did you come from, little one? Is your dad around?
I don't have a dad.
What about your mom?
I don't have a mom either.
You don't see her for that long when you first meet her, but
Yeah.
that's enough for you to make her like love-hate her at the same time, you know?
So it was really nice hearing that scene come to life, because when we record, we have an Excel sheet and it's only us and the director and the engineer and the production managers, and so we don't actually ever hear the other person's performance. So yeah, so the director is really important, and Phil Phil Bak is the director for Honkai Star Rail, and he has like, I don't know, oral memory. Like, he says that he remembers like everybody's performances, so that when he directs us and he said, trust me, I was like, okay, I trust you. And then when I saw the scene, I was like, oh, Phil, this is brilliant. Now I know why I trust you. And when I saw that scene come together, I was like, this is hilarious, because March 7th sounds so concerned, and Bailu is just like,
Yes, exactly. Your expression right now, exactly. That is.
yeah. To be honest, my first read for her was even more gremlin and even more like, what's the Malay word? Like, she was damn bengang lah, Like, damn bengang. Like, oh my goodness, this adult, I tell you. Like, inside her head, that was my first read for her was initially that. But I think, Phil was also saying like, oh, but she sounds very concerned. So if you do a read like that, it just makes you sound very bratty. I was like, oh, okay, no, that makes sense. So, it's like, it's almost like she's bengang, but she's just trying to control it.
Yeah.
She's trying to be polite. So the it's like, the polite cat face.
Yes. It's like the poker face, right? You're just like,
This
yeah. Yeah.
No, I've not. I only have one 5-star, which is Clara. But I'm happy to get Clara. She's currently the main damage person in my team.
You didn't try to get Jin Young?
I am trying, but my luck is so bad. Like, seriously, I'm like, I have the worst luck. Oh, for sure. I think we would just go out and makan. That's it.
Where would you go makan though?
Oh, like, Chinatown now in KL has like some really interesting restaurants and bars at night. Or Georgetown, Penang also has like a lot of stuff. I would definitely take her to these places. Maybe we might go to Malacca, go eat some satay babi.
Yes.
She would love all these things. I bet.
True, actually. I want to be Bailu right now.
Ooh, okay. Let me think. If we were just talking solely on character. And so just for clarification, I'm not Bailu, right? I'm Suling, right?
Yes.
Okay. Then I would completely want to hang out with Japard because I think he's so cute.
Yes. Oh my god, yes.
I'm sorry. I love Japard. Even though I don't have him. I'm so sad I don't have him. But when I see him in Bellabog, I'm like,
Yeah, yes, I know. Like, you just like,
it's like, why you hot?
you just have this admiration as you stare at him, right? Like, yes.
So hot.
I'm like, oh my god, he's like, he's like the honor and you know what he reminds me of? The guy from Mulan. I don't know why, but that's I
he
think.
does. He's a Boy Scout. But I like
Yeah,
Boy Scouts.
yeah, he's so cute.
I like Boy Scouts. I like men who take care of people. He's obviously a protector. He takes
Yep.
care of his siblings. You know, I like men who are like good, inherently very good people inside, and they're very nice. And so Japard is like, hello, hello, hello.
I feel like Japar would be like the perfect like Chinese son, you know, like take care of my family kind of thing. Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
He's
And
the perfect guy to bring home as well.
Exactly, and I love the fact that on the surface it seems like he's just very rigid and not, and you know, he's not able to break out of the box, like unlike Serval.
Yeah.
But when you see his interactions with Serval, it's so like, oh my
Yeah.
goodness. It makes him so cute.
I know.
And like big sister Serval, like there's a light cone where she's protecting him, and I'm like, I need this light cone. It's so cute. Like, oh, when she's like putting her hands in front and protecting like tiny Japar.
Yeah, yes.
Mhm.
We
So
love
I'm
Japar.
like, yeah, I like, like I know everybody's going crazy over Jing Yuan, and I'm
yes.
like, or Dan Heng, and or Blade or whatever, and I'm like, I like Japar. We have a Discord server for Malaysians and Singaporeans, and to be honest, so far it's been a little quiet. We used to do like reads, nightly reads to practice and stuff like that, but we haven't done that for a while. So I think we probably need to start doing. We probably need to start doing it up again. Yeah. Oh, there's so many. There's so many. But I think recently, at least during Chinese New Year, they released Slam Dunk, which is like a thing I grew up with, watching, like, you know, reading the manga in Malay and then watching the anime in Cantonese. I know it's like my perception of anime and manga is like switch languages, right? All over the place, right? You read in Malay and then you watch in Cantonese. You're like, yay! And I remember watching what was it? The Slam Dunk, the new Slam Dunk movie. Very, very nice. And it just invoked so much nostalgia for me, because I was like, oh, I grew up watching Slam Dunk. Yeah, but there's only like 2 female like roles, like big roles in the whole series, which is basically Ai-chan, who is the manager, and then the sister. Can't remember what the sister's name is, where she is somebody's sister. The gorilla sister, yeah. So you know, so I it would be really nice to voice in Slam Dunk, to be honest.
That's an interesting choice, actually.
Oh, you know, there is a website that is the Bible of how to start voice acting. Everything you need to know is in that website. I literally followed the steps outlined in that website, and that was pretty much it, and a lot of hard work. The website is called I Want to Be a Voice Actor, literally. And it is by D. Bradley Baker, who is a very famous voice actor. He does all the creature voices in Star Wars. Yeah, he is. So just, you can just Google him and you'll know his body of work. So, you know, everything that you want to know about how to be a voice actor,
it's all in there.
It's all in there. He covers everything, like from how to set up your home studio, how to find auditions, how to get an agent, how to act, how to approach scripts. Like, everything is there. Like, literally, it is the best resource. And time again, I go back to that website and I go through it just to remind myself of the nuggets of information that is in there.
Things haven't been very peaceful in the lawful recently. Make sure you don't
Go running around, right? Well, your general gave us an errand. so I'm afraid we have to.
Thank you so much, everyone. It's been a really lovely interview. Again, I'm Ling Chan, the English voice actress for Bailu in Honkai Star Rail, and I hope you enjoy the game and look forward to future releases where you get to see her in action. Thanks, everyone. Bye.
Seeing as you saved me just now, if you're unlucky enough to acquire any breaks or sprains, I'll treat you for free. As for medicine, I'll give you a 20% discount. Ha! Do you have any idea how many people on the law floor are waiting for an appointment with me? You should count this as a blessing. If I hadn't left my purse at home, I wouldn't have to... Enough of that. I have patients to see.